Hello everyone, we are back with episode 6 of season 3 where we are reading our story Bambi. We last read when Bambi had put up a fierce fight, fighting for Falini, his friend, and we also concluded that fighting is not what we should practice. We should always learn to sit and solve these things in a friendly manner. The Great Prince was still there to help them run away because man had come again, and this time they were men, not man. So we are going to read from page 50 because 49, I'm going to show you 49. Yes, we are going to read, we stopped at 49, we are going to read page 50 until the end. And this is the last part where we shall have the activity involving art and music. Enjoy the story. Fear spread among the animals as the men drew nearer. Bambi! Bambi! Falin cried in terror. She could hear the sounds of angry dogs close by. She scrambled up steep slopes just as a pack of snarling hounds burst out of the bushes behind her. Barking and biting, they chased her up a rocky cliff, snapping at her heels. She was trapped. All of us fear dogs, I believe. Just then, the dogs turned to attack something else. Bambi was fighting them off so Falini could flee. As he charged with his sharp antlers, Falini bounded up the cliff to safety. Bambi had fought off the pack of dogs, but he couldn't escape man's rifle. A shot rang out, and Bambi fell. He raised his head weakly to see smoke pouring through the trees and animals running in fear. Once more, his father appeared at his side. "You must get up," said the Great Prince. Bambi staggered to his feet and began to run. Smoke filled the air, and red flames spread over trees and bushes, surrounding the once beautiful forest in an airy orange glow. "Follow me," the Great Prince said. "We will be safe in the river." Bambi and his father leaped high in the air, disappearing down the falls just as a flaming tree crashed behind them. Falini was waiting for Bambi on an island in the middle of the river. She gently licked his wounded shoulder. They watched that night as fire destroyed their forest home. All the towering trees and delicate blossoms were now blackened. But tomorrow, they knew, when the fire was out and man was gone, the animals would bravely rebuild their homes. Before long, spring returned to the forest and the animals all gathered to welcome Falini and Bambi's new family. "Well, sir, I don't believe I've ever seen a more likely looking pair of fawns," the owl said, nodding his head. "Prince Bambi ought to be mighty proud." I think you can also see how they resemble the father. Bambi stood with his father on a hill overlooking the spot where Falini lay with their new fawns. He was now the new Great Prince of the forest, and he would teach his children the ways of the world that he had learned himself a long, long time ago. This will end the story, but one thing before we look at art and music that I want to request you to do is to ask the children, how many times has the Great Prince saved Bambi? And has he played the role of a father? Let's look at art. Let's ask the children to draw these actions that I've come up with. The dogs running after Falini, and Bambi fighting the dogs. Bambi's expression when he's asking Falini to run. The forest on fire. Bambi and Falini standing and watching the forest setting, getting burnt. That was a sad moment for them. The picture of Falini and her twins. Then look at the music. Let them sing the songs of celebrations, congratulatory songs. But remember, Falini gave birth to twins, and I am an alongo. So I'm going to give you just one line in a stanza of a song that we sing when you have twins. Abalongo twabazala babiri ne nalongo